Hey, Aubrey here. I'm not 100% sure why, but today I was driving in my car and a question that I had been asked previously, quite a while ago for me, about my infertility, came into my mind. And I thought, you know what, I really should address with all of my Facebook friends why this is not an acceptable question to ask. It's not something that I quite honestly think would bother me at this stage of my journey. I'm pretty good with my infertility. Yeah, it sucks, whatever. But I know that it's a seemingly innocuous question to ask. And I think that I might save you guys from a fight with another friend at some point in time, if I'm being perfectly honest. So, the question that I and probably 100% of other females, probably men too, who have been faced with infertility is, why don't you just adopt? Well, adoption is an awesome option. It's something that some of us decide to do without being preempted by our body saying, hey, you need to do this. And it's something that some of us do just because we want to be helpful and we want to help a child that otherwise wouldn't have a family. Adoption is a beautiful thing. The reason why asking why you don't just adopt is so like nails on a chalkboard to somebody who suffers with infertility is because infertility is not painful because you don't have a child. At least for me, that's not the main reason. I know I can adopt. My husband and I plan on adopting. That's having a child isn't the reason why infertility had been or was or is painful for me. It's just not. The reason why infertility is painful for a lot of people is because your body is supposed to procreate. That's just what we're supposed to do. Anatomically, a woman is born with a womb. We're supposed to be able to do that. We're supposed to be able to create life. And we can't. That option has been taken from us. So while adoption is an incredibly valid route to take, it's amazing. It's really dismissive to ask why, when we've gone through a trauma of sorts, finding out that our bodies don't do what they're supposed to do, maybe going through a period where you don't feel like a woman or you don't feel like a man because your body doesn't do what it's supposed to do and feeling really broken, you have somebody ask, well, why don't you just do something else? And it's really hard. So yeah, just be mindful of that, keeping in mind that if you are at a point where you have this conversation with somebody, it's probably a friend or a loved one who you're having the conversation with. So, I mean, it's kind of, and I would think you'd want to be mindful of that, just to know of something that's potentially hurtful to the person who you're having this conversation with. The other reason why this question is a little bit obnoxious, not necessarily hurtful, but like, really, come on. Did you adopt? If you have a child of your own and you ask somebody, why don't they just adopt? I'm going to just stop you right there. Like, you had the option to adopt. You didn't. Why didn't you just adopt? Well, that's why I'm not just adopting. I want a baby. I would like to know that I can fill my womb with a child and grow life. I would love to see what my husband and I make. Every woman would, well, for the most part, any woman who wants children would love to see the result of that. I'm not saying that invalidates adoption as an option, but it's really dismissive, especially when it's not the route you took. You had adoption as an option and you didn't take it for whatever reason. But you're telling me that I should just settle for that. So it's kind of something just to be conscientious of, because it is hurtful to be asked that. And especially because, like I said, there's a good chance that it's a loved one who's asking you. So just be mindful. Yeah, so like I said, go ahead and ask me. I probably will be adopting, so there's not a big aha moment there for me. But I do know that it is a painful question. It has pained me before to be asked that. And I know of other women who have recently encountered this question, and it's kind of a slap in the face to us to hear that. So yeah, just something to be mindful of, something for food for thought. And I will continue probably to make videos addressing some infertility do's and don'ts and questions, and yeah, because it feels kind of good to do it. It's a little bit cathartic. So watch it, don't, no biggie. I'm doing it regardless. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I pray to God that this helps even one person navigate a conversation with a loved one about their infertility. Chances are, if you don't know that you know somebody who struggles with infertility, you do know somebody. They just haven't discussed it with you yet. So yeah, definitely be open and kind and thoughtful in those conversations, because there's a good chance you're talking to somebody that you just don't know struggles. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening, and yeah, this felt good for me to do. So hopefully you enjoyed it and somebody has a good conversation. Bye.